first tea of the morning. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, anywho. Yeah. Oatmeal with berries. Yeah, very good stuff. Yeah. And there's a bit of salt in there, too. Get a little extra flavor. Anywho. Yeah. I've been thinking. I know, it's very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Shouldn't do that. But I've been thinking. Incels and girl bosses. Now, incels are men who have basically chosen to bitch and whine and complain about their personal inability to attract women by being absolutely disgusting and repulsive. And girl bosses are a Hollywood trope that basically takes the patriarchy and flips it. They gender swap the patriarchy and think that this is progress. Reversing who is the oppressed person in the group is not progress. It's just flipping the script. And yeah, every feminist I have ever talked to has insisted that no, the point is not to flip the script. It is to end the oppression, to achieve equality, not to flip from one side being dominant to the other side being dominant, but to achieve equality, harmony, balance. And this is something that Hollywood writers don't seem to understand, and Disney writers don't seem to understand. So yes, they create the girl boss, which is basically patriarchy with breasts. Yeah. 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 And the thing about the girl boss is that she is still a collection of sexist tropes. But she's also essentially a Mary Sue. That is to say, she's a perfect character who never fails at anything and who never has to struggle. You know how within the patriarchy there are some guys who are just born with one toe on the finish line? People like Donald Trump, the son of a wealthy, powerful slumlord. He's a conservative elite and currently the American president. And yeah, he was born with one toe on the finish line. Yeah, he didn't have to make any effort. He failed upward simply by virtue of the fact that there was so much wealth and power and privilege supporting him that he couldn't fall. He had to go up. It was the only way he could go, because he was being pushed up by all that wealth and power and privilege. He failed upwards, right into the American presidency. And there's a lot of people like that. Now, you take that kind of a person who has failed his way upward, and you swap their gender. That's the girl boss. That is the girl boss. And yeah, she's a revenge fantasy for countless women who have been stomped on, literally and figuratively, by a patriarchal society. But more importantly, she's not feminism. She's just a revenge fantasy. And not even a woman's revenge fantasy, but a man's idea of a woman's revenge fantasy. See, the girl boss is not created by women. The girl boss is created by men thinking, what would a woman do if she were given power? Based on what men do in power. And these are men who, if they're married, they do not pay attention to their wives. They don't listen to their wives. And yeah, they do listen to the authority of some women who are the next best thing to girl bosses. Kathleen Kennedy being one of them. She was the coffee girl who became an executive producer without ever learning anything about production. Yeah, because the studios decided that they needed a girl boss in order to look legitimate. And so you have countless women who have struggled and learned and studied and apprenticed, who are great producers, who are great directors, great writers, who are being ignored in favor of the celebrity coffee girl because she basically is a man with boobs. Yeah. And that is the girl boss. And in the trope, and we see it in She-Hulk, they're still very frivolous and very silly, but they're powerful. They have power. Yeah. And isn't that what everybody wants? Yeah. And that's the problem, is it's not what everybody wants. Because, yeah, feminism is not about taking power from men and giving it to women. It's about sharing power equally among everybody. It's about creating a fair, equitable society in which merit matters. Not what's between your legs, not who your parents were, but merit, individual merit. That's what matters, and that is what feminism strives for. Now, the girl boss trope, being a gender inversion of patriarchy, completely fails to address this. But it does play into the hysterical fantasies of incels. Yes. And the people who feed the incels. Yes. Yeah. My neighbor is not feeling well and I can hear it. But anyway, yeah. Incels see the girl boss trope, fail to understand and appreciate it, and yeah, they whine because, well, that's what incels do. But yeah. 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 So you have the girl boss, written by men. You have the incels reacting to the girl boss, written by men. This is about 3/4 of the internet now. That and cat girls. Yeah. 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 Which is why I don't go on the internet nearly as much anymore. It's really depressing. But anyway, that's enough out of me. I'm going to finish my breakfast and then go putter around in my garden. Yeah. Anywho, ta-ta, folks. Yeah, so my garden, it's doing nicely. Yeah. My garden.